Testing one, two, three. Alrighty, we're just doing a simple live stream for this incredible game. I've finished it. I just need to go through and talk to Kulunga, the god of death here, and it will wrap it up with me going towards that beautiful tree there in the distance. As you can see by the statues, as you defeat different spirits, they start to weep. Of joy, maybe, or of pain. I'm not sure. You got to play the game for yourself to see why these stones are now weeping. But I thought I'd show a bit of the gameplay now in the game. It's really, really gorgeous as you kind of go through the different. These are the different kind of stances. You get the moon stance, sun stance, and basically, hopefully, there'll be some gameplay I can show off now because this is the end of the game. I didn't want to start from the beginning just because, I didn't want to ruin it for anyone. I just want to show people gameplay and kind of give my thoughts, my kind of off-the-cuff thoughts of what I think about this game. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's not going to be something that completely blows you away in terms of gameplay, in terms of Metroidvania gameplay. It's quite... I think I saw someone say quite washed out, which is a fair thing to say, but I've been trying to remind myself of the different gameplay. It's been a minute since I've played this, but we'll just try. There we go. So these can only be defeated by using the sun mask, which is pretty cool and pretty just makes the gameplay a little bit more interesting than it might have been if they were just, in the beginning they're quite simple and then they become a little bit more complex as you play the game more. But I've enjoyed that little extra. Sorry, I just want to quickly change a setting. Don't mind me on my. Here we go, because my controller speaker for some reason was just being very loud. So I just wanted to turn that off. I don't know if you could hear that on the stream. But so this is it, guys. I don't know if anyone's watching, but if you are, you're welcome to put some questions in the chat. I'm looking. Quite enjoyed my time with it. It took me about 10 to 12 hours to complete. PlayStation, I don't know if you know, like PlayStation, it shows you how long you've played the game. It said I played this game for 16 hours. I don't think it's 16 hours. I think it's close to 12, if anything. And I loved every minute of it. Got a bit slow in the beginning, but as I carried on playing, I really started to enjoy it. But shame, this is not really showing off the game too much just yet. Hopefully some creatures will start attacking me. Nope, that doesn't look like it. Maybe I can go to a mask that gives me one of the challenges. I can't remember where the challenges are. But yeah, this is the kind of the game world. Quite a big game world, I would say. It's a lot more linear than most Metroidvania games, if that makes sense. Other ones you kind of like, I remember playing Hollow Knight and getting lost. Like getting so lost in that game. Like really great game, but man oh man, it does not hold your hand in any of it. And this game is quite linear for a Metroidvania game. There was never a time where I was like, I don't know where to go. The Prince of Persia game that came out this year was kind of a good in-between. Wasn't as linear as this game, but not as like ridiculously convoluted as Hollow Knight. It was a good in-between when it comes to this. With Prince of Persia was good in-between. This one definitely holds your hand a lot more, kind of guides you where you need to go, and it's pretty straightforward, which is nice. Not every Metroidvania has to be so complicated that you get so angry that you want to throw your controller at the screen because you have no idea where you're going. So I really, and I appreciated that. I don't know if I would say I enjoyed it, because I do enjoy, getting to know the world and trying to discover what's what. But no, I think I really loved what they were doing here. Visually speaking, I mean, flip for a $20, like a 350 rand game, South African rand game. That's insane how really affordable that is. Like, games can be so expensive nowadays. Like, for South African to buy a game that's like groceries for the whole month. So we really do pick our games, and we make sure that whatever game we get, it makes sense. And then that was an example of one of the abilities you get. So as the Sun March, you can kind of do this thing that just kind of explodes, and then with the Moon March you can then fix it. Fix certain things or arrange certain things, which is quite cool. Just an extra layer. It never becomes overwhelming. It never becomes stupid in the sense of how much stuff you got to juggle at once. I think it's kind of mixed it really well. Once again, I think a good word for all of this is definitely. It's not a mean word. I don't say it to be mean, but a lot of the gameplay can be kind of washed out. Just because of how simple they want to go for. I think they're trying to go and kind of be a game that most people could play, because I do think that some people might be scared of a game like Hollow Knight because of how convoluted it can get in its extraordinary size for a 2D game. I think this is really good. But yeah, sorry guys, it's not as much action as I thought there would be if I just ran around. I thought a lot more enemies would be spawning. There doesn't seem to be much going on. Oh, hello. As I say that, there's more enemies. So there we go. So blue enemy, I have to use a blue mask to defeat this one. Otherwise, it will stay protected. But in that case, I completely smashed that enemy. I am quite overpowered at the moment. I'm quite powerful. This is the end game, and more or less, I think I've done most of the skill tree. So if we look at the skill tree, you're looking at around. I've got literally only 2 upgrades to get, and can I get them? Nope, I don't have enough points. But like the skill tree is quite nice. It's nothing too hectic. Sorry if you're hearing random noise in the background, because I have puppies. Aren't puppies, they're dogs. The dogs next to me, I call them puppies. So I'm sorry if you get a random little shake or bark or tail waggle. They think I'm talking to them as well, which is hilarious. But anyway, so I was saying, yes, the skill tree. The skill tree is really cool. I preferred the sun stance just because the sun mask, sorry, because of the close combat kind of vibe that it gives. I really enjoyed that. And then the moon mask was really cool. Enjoyed that, but it's just another one I didn't really put as much of my points into. I definitely use the sun mask way more. Even now, I'm still running with the sun mask. It just, yeah, definitely more my thing. But yeah, let's see if we can get more to the gameplay. Anything else that maybe I did do a review on my channel, on my Instagram, and on my, what's it called again? Instagram, TikTok. I don't know if it made it to YouTube. I can't remember now if I managed to get it to YouTube. It feels a little bit too long for YouTube. But yeah, that's why I wanted to kind of do this live stream, just give you kind of my off-the-cuff thoughts of what I think of the game. But yeah, in summary, I do love it. I love how short it is. I love how immersive it can get with its story. Its story is quite powerful. It's a story of a man who lost his dad. Same as it's kind of a story that is inspired by the director of this game. The director of this game also lost his father some time ago, and so this is kind of the story of that. And yeah, just really, really kind of taken back by how beautiful it is, and the stories that they tell, the various, what's the word, themes that this game has, the story beats that it takes you, the characters that you meet, all have got to do with the incredible narrative that the director wants to tell. I was lucky enough to be invited to a preview event, and in the preview event I was discussing, I got a chance to chat to the director after he discussed with us a variety of things about the game, and he was basically saying that the gameplay it needs to match the story that he wants to tell, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, and you'll find these different little things in the map, and they give you bonus experience, which is quite nice. But yeah, nothing too over the top when it comes to its gameplay, but really I do enjoy what this game has to offer. This is quite early into the game. For some reason I couldn't find where I was going on the other side, so I'm going to try and go this way for a little bit. Still no enemies, which is hilarious, but I think this just gives you a good example of what's just kind of the visuals of the game. It's a really pretty game, pretty simple platforming. I wouldn't say it ever got too hard where I ever got frustrated with the game. I thought it was a good balance. I thought that, there were times where I died consistently because you get these challenges around the game. There might be it's not usually puzzles. Puzzles in this game, I wouldn't even call them puzzles. They're very light. But you do get these challenges that are either a platforming challenge or a combat challenge. Combat challenges are really fun. They're difficult for me. I'm not very good at games in general, so the combat might be a little bit easy to more, better at games kind of people. But for me, simple. I thought it was challenging, but the right amount of challenging. That I didn't want to rage quit. I just kept saying I can do better. I can do better. I can do better this time. And then beat them all that they all had on offer. Just really enjoyed that. Yeah, great challenges. I think where the reason why so I gave the game an 8.5 out of 10. I think the reason why I didn't want to give it a 9 was just because I think I gave Prince of Persia a 9, and that did a lot to the Metroidvania genre that was really, really cool, from how it was animated to how the various boss fights played out. Like Prince of Persia has some really amazing boss fights, and this game has some nice boss fights, but they just weren't nearly as good as the boss fights that Prince of Persia offered. And even Hollow Knight has some really kiff boss fights, and unfortunately this game has nice boss fights, and they're good. They're an 8 out of 10 kind of boss fights. They're nothing too extraordinary, but memorable still nevertheless. So I think that where this game kind of lacks is just the variety of boss fights. It could have needed one or two secret ones. I do think I want to keep going back to the reason why also wanted to give this game quite a high score is because of the value this game brings. Like, it's on PlayStation Plus. If you've got PlayStation Plus, then by all means, like, you should definitely go and give it a chance. But if you want to purchase it, if you've got a decent amount, like, that's really good for what you're getting here. Let me see where we can go here. I'm trying to see if maybe I can get to the point where maybe I can get to one of those challenges, but I can't for the life of me remember where those challenges were. Just gotta kind of guess. If I remember, there was a really good one at the top here, but where at the top here? I don't know. Sheepers. Yeah, sorry. It was a while ago since I played and beat it, so maybe over here. I think maybe here. I think that's where the challenge was. Let's try and get there. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, by all means, let me know. Can I fast travel? Yeah, yeah. Let me know if you've got any questions. But that's basically it. So I want to try and get to at least one challenge just to show you guys one thing about what this game is all about. But let me see if I can get to this other challenge. If I go up there, I should make it. Let's see. But yeah, like I think that it's also, I was saying earlier about how the value for the game is really good, and so it's also really hard to criticize a game that isn't begging for $70 from you. Like, I think for me it's very easy to criticize a game when it's asking for you for a lot of money, but this game really is not asking for a lot. It's really asking for in a lot of cases the bare minimum of what a game should cost. Like, it's actually insane the value that you get with something like this. So that's why I really do want to just congratulate the guys at Surgeon Studios. Like, they really did something really amazing to make a game look and play as incredible as this at a very affordable cost. Oh yes, I remember this one. I'm gonna just completely suck here because this challenge was really hard. This took me a couple of times, and I think that's why my my gameplay probably bloated to 12, 13 hours because of these challenges, because I was like, nope, I'm not gonna, yeah, see, dead. I'm not gonna sit down, I'm not gonna roll over and just let this challenge beat me. I'm gonna keep trying, and they don't give you checkpoints either, and you die, you go right back to the beginning, to wherever you started. So let me just see if I can try and beat it on the screen. So I can't even get as far as that, I'm so sorry. Let's keep trying, I can keep going. But yeah, so you get different abilities throughout the game. One of them is this like float ability, and then paired with like hot air like this, it can do this kind of vibe where it levitates you, which is pretty cool. But then in some cases, like now, it looks like it'll levitate you, but it does not. So do not fall for it. And then you got to be careful as you kind of come down here. And it's quite responsive with the controls. I think I was playing on the PlayStation Portal for a little bit, and it was fun. It worked fine. The PlayStation Portal was responsive enough that I didn't feel the need that it was kind of lagging, but it did probably make this challenge go a little bit slower when I played on the PlayStation Portal, just because you do need to kind of press buttons at the right time. But when you're playing like I am now, normally on the console, with the, not such sex, the flying mechanic is a little bit difficult to time right, so that's because you jump and then you float, and then to reactivate it, there's like there's a little bit of a delay that I still, after so many hours of playing, still haven't exactly mastered. But let me see, there we go. Still haven't really nailed it yet. But this is definitely one of the harder challenges. I did choose one of the ones that will really embarrass me the most. So let's just see if I can get through it. Maybe if I don't talk, I'll be able to get through it. But for now, you see, I wasn't even concentrating. I wasn't even thinking of what's next. I was just fascinated by this platform. It's like an annoying, stop. It's like, hey, you gotta wait now. You can't keep going. I don't know about you, I get very impatient sometimes during games. And so when it slows me down, when I just want to keep going, because I keep dying, especially when I keep dying. If I keep dying, I just want to push through something like this, but then I keep making mistakes. Every time when I rush through something, that's when I make the most amount of mistakes. And this game just requires you to be patient, to be vigilant, to be watching, and then maybe, just maybe, you can get through it. But like I said, like the controls are responsive. It's definitely me sucking. The game is not. It's not the game. It's me. Okay, this is the furthest I've got on the stream so far. Let's see how far I can go. Oh my gosh, this is so... Those sparks... See, I don't know where... That's probably a little bit of a... What do you call it? Criticism is that the camera isn't very generous. So like there, I don't know where I was falling. I could have fallen into a pot of acid for all I know. I just couldn't see where I was going there. And so they probably could have done a little bit better. Oh, there we go, that's done. Actually, I was lying to you. This is actually one of the easier ones. I remember it being so much longer and so much harder. I'm thinking of a different one. Yeah, I even died. And that wasn't even part of the challenge. It was just the exit of the challenge. That's hilarious. Why isn't this activated? It's weird. Oh, there we go. It is activated. It's one of the power-ups as well as you get to spring up, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can find one of the combat challenges. And we'll call it a day on this little stream. But if you have any questions... yeah, I'm trying to multitask. Sorry, I'm only seeing that comment now. I'm trying to multitask. It's not as easy as it looks, but I'm trying. As a gamer, we are the king of multitasking. I don't know where I'm going here. This camera is... Yeah, see, I could have fallen to my death there. I don't know where I was going then. You can't... The analog stick doesn't let you move the camera around. That would have actually made a huge difference. But anyway, yes, as gamers, we are kings of multitaskers. But unfortunately, this prince is not that great at multitasking. Let's see. Ooh, I think that's a challenge. I think. How do I think that's a battle challenge. Okay, let's try and get to it. You go right. Okay. During the fighting pits. Yes. I want to go to the fighting pits. That's exactly where I want to go. That sounds very inviting. Where are we going? Keep going up. Can we go down and then up? Should be able to go down and then up. Let's see. I want to go to the fighting pits because I just want to show a bit of the gameplay. The platforming, decent, not too bad. It's a little bit simple, but it does the trick when it comes to these kind of games. But the fighting is kind of... It's also kind of simple, but it's still quite addictive. I don't think even just watching gameplay kind of gives it justice. Does it justice? Not gives it justice. Just because, like, oh, that might have been a glitch, eh? That guy was not meant to be very stationary there for some reason. Okay, yeah, no, that's a big fat glitch. Oh, okay, it's good. I did that on purpose. I wanted the game to reload so that the enemies would wake up. I don't know why that one was just chilling. There we go. See, that's how it's supposed to be annoying like that. It's supposed to be emotive, and there we go. That's more like it. Okay, let's get up there. Get to the fighting pits. See, there we go. That's what he's meant to do. He's not meant to just be an absolute... Oh, no! Fudge. Okay, let's try again. Come on. Load back. Where are these things? There they are. As this thing collapses, then it comes back. Okay, I need to wait patiently. There it is. That one came a lot quicker than these ones. Over here came back. Okay, buddy. Ready for you. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're playing video games. Where do I go? Where's this fighting pit? Was that the fighting? No, this is the fighting pit. Here we go. Now I can show you the gameplay. The combat. Okay, let's do this thing. Alright. Okay, now, the gameplay, there's a variety. Like I was saying, you get the moon stance, and then you get the sun stance. So this is the sun stance. It's a close combat kind of stance. This allows you to really beat up well on your enemies with up close. And then if you want to, you can then switch to the moon stance, and you can also freeze enemies with the moon stance, which is pretty cool. And then with the sun stance, you can throw the spear, which is pretty awesome. And then with the different stances, they all come with their own powers. So for the sun stance, you get this massive tornado flame, which is pretty awesome, that you can upgrade the more you use it. And then with the stance, the moon stance, you get this like super laser beam, which is also pretty awesome. I'd recommend you using them when you actually have enemies in front of you, instead of just wasting it like that. In order to get those abilities, you have to power up those purple bars that you see there below my health on the left hand side, and the way to get more of the purple stuff is by defeating enemies. You also get trinkets that you find around the game after doing challenges. Those trinkets can help you get magic faster. Passive skills, passive, I don't know what to call them, passive something. Those purple things also give you health. So if you want to get health and you got low health, you can use them to get your health back. So now after you defeat this enemy, I'll push up on the keypad and there I've got more health. But I don't know why. Maybe someone else can figure it out. I think it's like, I don't know whether it makes them stronger, but I don't know what that little thing does when they like connect to each other. I don't know what that's doing to them. I don't know if it's making them stronger or making them harder to beat, but nevertheless, it is just annoying more than anything else. You know what actually is annoying? Those flying things, especially when they shoot their poison at you, and it does a lot. And they also follow you. Like, get the freak out of here. Why are you following me? Please leave. There we go. It's done. Okay, let me just come over to this homie and knock him down. It's quite cool. You can actually jump in the air and then attack these guys, or you can do the easy thing and just shoot them with your moon blast. And just like, here's a wall. Oh, missed it. If you want to reload your weapon, you can. If you time it right, then you can get it. Oh, this challenge does not end. It's quite cool. You can also like kind of throw them around the enemies, and you can. This is my favorite thing to do. I just spam this attack because it knocks them back. Especially when I'm overwhelmed, I'll spam this attack so often. But for now, there's a lot of them around, so I'm going to quickly just throw in a special ability that really does a lot of damage, which is quite nice, especially against bosses. It's a bit OP, if I'm honest, but this game can get quite hard. Ooh, I am dying. I am dying terribly. Okay. Whoa. Okay, these enemies are a little bit harder. Let me just put my gamer hat on. What am I doing? Okay, let's defeat this enemy. And look, guys, in the beginning, the gameplay, like, it takes a minute to get used to. Like, you have to get used to how the different stances work, how you can switch between the moon and the sun at any given time. Just because, like this enemy in particular, it's always good to freeze them if you can. Freeze them and then come in hot with your sun mask. Let me go back to the house. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. And then thank you, ma'am. That's all. And there's still more enemies. My gosh, will these enemies ever end? Oh my gosh, I guess that's why they call it a challenge and not just a walk in the park, because, man oh man. Oh, these are the Tokoloshes. I love these animals, these creatures rather, sorry, these demons. I do wish that there was more lore and more exploring of the different creatures in this game, because Tokolosh is such a fun African lore creature. It's great that they're in it. But I do wish that there was kind of like mini side missions that kind of goes more into the lore of them. That would have been cool. Once again, it's so hard for me to criticize this game considering how affordable it is. Like, you can get a PlayStation Plus, or you can get it for only like $20, 350 Rand. Like, that's so good. I keep repeating that, and I will keep repeating that, just because I just think that the value for this game is so good for what you're getting. And as I say that, I need to get my health back up, so I'm not concentrating on my health. Just defeating these enemies as much as I can. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty much doing okay. Once again, this is the end of the game. As I'm pretty powerful, I have pretty much all my skills. Okay, when I'm not sucking, like there. Okay, right, let's just take them out. There we go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in Kenzera. Alright, and yeah, the story is really good. That's kind of the main thing about what really makes this game special, is the story, as you play as Zhao. What I love about him is that he feels really raw. He feels very natural. He doesn't feel like a character that you're gonna hate. Like, I never hated him for a moment. He makes some stupid mistakes. He's so relatable. Like, he's a man who is hurting. He just lost his father, and so he's gonna make some childish mistakes. He's gonna feel like he's the absolute king, but he is not. He still has a lot to learn, and as much, I think that's kind of the element of why he feels like his dad went too soon, is that he feels like he's still learning so much. And I could definitely see where this guy's coming from, and I think it's such a potent story as he learns to now, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a person that doesn't have his father in his life anymore? Like, that's such a a real human story, and I really love the team of Insurgent Studios for what they managed to pull off with a game like this. Because the gameplay, the platforming, everything about this game revolves around the story, and that's quite new in the Metroidvania games. Mostly Metroidvania games are all about the gameplay, but in this one, the story does play a huge part in that. Okay, I'm getting my absolute butt kicked, so I'm going to try and concentrate a little bit more. There's a lot of comments. I'm not even seeing these comments. I'm so sorry. I will try and look at them when I'm not probably going to die soon, but I will take a look at those comments just now. I'm just have my phone next to me so I can see these comments, but I will get to them now, I promise. I'm sorry if people are thinking I'm ignoring you. I am not. I'm just not. I'm trying very hard to concentrate on this hard combat and kind of give my insight into what I think about this really, really good game. Okay, I am not doing well. I'm dying. Oh my gosh, when they have their shields on, it's like, look, at the beginning it's annoying. Now, later on, as the game progresses, you get this ability where you can, what do you call it, like this like zoom ability there, that what I just did there, that kind of immediately, there we go, knocks off their shields, which is really helpful, especially now in this when you're getting overwhelmed by enemies. Like, all you want to do is get that shield off, because that's doing a huge amount of damage. But this, yeah, there we go, this will do the trick. Can't believe I'm actually winning, because I was sucking there for a minute. Yo, get the freak out of here, dude. See, I don't swap between the masks as much as I probably should, just because I do prefer the sun mask way more, but if I was switching, I'd probably be doing a lot better. Okay, let me... Oh, I'm gonna die. Let's quickly do that. That might have been a waste. I should have maybe healed. Yes, I'll see. Well, the thing is that when you defeat enemies, that's how you get more of that purple stuff. The more purple stuff you have, the more abilities you can do, the more healing you can do. So, it's probably a good thing that I use that ability, but I guess we'll see. Try to defeat them again. Yo, they just don't stop coming. I promise I'll get to your comments. Please keep them coming. I don't know what they are saying. I'm sure it's good things. I'm sure you're all saying how amazing I am at the gameplay and how great I am at whatever I'm saying. So I thank you for all your love and support, and that's exactly what I'm expecting when I do eventually go and look at the comments. But I'm sure they're very supportive. Yeah, so thank you in advance for all the comments that you're giving me. But yeah, guys, let me see. Bam. I'm dying horrible deaths. Please don't kill me. See, I'm not concentrating. I'm trying to make sure that I survive this. Okay, that homie just literally ran into my tornado. He was so far away, and then next thing you know, he was just like, bam, I'm there. Okay, I'm gonna quickly pause this. I'm just gonna quickly read the comments that are here. Sean is saying the mask. Okay, easy level. That tornado is epic. It is. It's like, come higher. Hello. What's going on? Oh, nothing much. How are you doing? What difficulty am I on? There's no difficulty in this game. You kind of just start. I don't remember choosing a difficulty. The game might have a difficulty setting. If I'm mistaken, if it does have a difficulty setting, I probably would have chosen medium or the medium choice. But if it is, I would always choose medium for it. But if I'm not mistaken, there's no choices with difficulty. He's an easy multitasking stuff for him. Okay, thanks, Sean. Sounds like he's having fun. I am having fun. The game is a Valve. Well, enjoy. I'm one of the devs. What? Deluded Cupcake. Well, if you're one of the devs, jeepers, you would know better if there is indeed, what do you call it? If there is a difficulty setting. That is hilarious. Devs were on it. I don't know if you're still watching Deluded Cupcake, but if you are, well done for killing the game. You and your team did a great job, so well done for doing that. And thanks for sending me a review code. Yeah, alrighty. I think let's get back into the game. I don't see any other comments. Thanks for sticking with it. There is difficulty in the settings. Thanks, Deluded Cupcake. Thanks for watching as well. The defaulted to medium. Okay, so you don't get to choose in the beginning, or was I just blind when I chose in the beginning? I can't remember choosing a difficulty, but I might have been wrong. But it's defaulted to medium, which makes sense. But yeah, thanks for clearing that up. Really, really appreciate it. But let's get back into it. But yeah, like if this game. When it was first announced back at the Game Awards back in December, I was immediately hooked. Just because the gameplay looked really interesting, and because it had that African setting. As a South African, I really, really loved what I think that the South African mythology, African mythology in general, doesn't given enough in not even video games, but like in movies and TV series and stuff. So I think it's a really cool setting. I think it was a really great choice to include all of this. But yeah, like I was saying before, I would have loved maybe a few more creatures to defeat. Not right now, obviously right now I've got enough creatures that I need to defeat, but I meant that I think I would have been cool to see a few more. I think with a sequel, you guys could really, really bring in a whole bunch of new creatures. I think that would be really cool to see in a potential sequel. But I think that I would specifically, would have loved to have seen more like diving deep into what the creatures are on offer here. Like I know that you can go into the what do you call it? The Codex. Go to the Codex here, and you can see the different characters that are on offer, which is pretty awesome. They're all really, really interesting characters. Once again, it's a short game, so each of them don't get the biggest amount of kind of screen time, but they all offer their own thing. And then there's the various creatures. Looking at them like here, like this now, there's actually quite a few. But yeah, I think it would have. I think just 3 more would have really made a little bit of difference. But these are the creatures that you fight, including the boss fight. So that's a boss fight. That's a boss fight. This was a really cool boss fight. This is probably my favorite boss fight, is the Fear boss fight. And in that boss fight, you really get a sense of how scared Zhao is and how frightened he is of the world, what the world looks like without his dad. And I really loved that little gameplay segment with you running away and then defeating all the enemies as you're trying to get out of that like kind of like, yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I really enjoyed that boss fight. But yeah, that's the kind of gist. I just wanted to kind of give you guys just an idea of the gameplay, the combats, the story, what my thoughts are, off the cuff thinking, and yeah, guys. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, cheers.